Hi everyone! Today in this video, I'm going to be showing you how we can use the texture editor in CLO to add a print to our garment and also how to use the texture editor to create custom prints. So first I'm just going to add a fabric here. I have the default fabric on our dress right now, but I'm going to open up the library, go into our fabric library, and just add a fabric here by clicking and dragging. That way we have a realistic weight and drape and texture applied to our garment. Then I'll close the library. And the reason you might want to use the texture editor versus the simple add print method that I've shown you in a previous video, which is this plus symbol right here, is because the texture editor will allow you to add a print while maintaining the existing texture of a garment. So if I scroll in right now, with this velvet fabric, you can see the texture here of the fabric. It looks much more realistic than our default fabric. And the texture editor will allow you to be able to place a print on top of this texture. So you'll see both of them. So it will end up looking more realistic than the add print button, which just replaces the texture with a print. So the way that we can get into our texture editor is by clicking on the fabric that we have right here, whichever fabric we want to apply the texture to. And then down in the property editor, scrolling down, underneath the material section, you'll see where it says texture. And then you're going to click on what looks like this paintbrush with some diagonal lines. That is our texture editor. When you click on that, you'll get this pop-up menu right here with all of the textures we have currently on our fabric. So right now we just have this one, which is the texture of our velvet fabric. But if you want to apply a print here, we can click the add button. And that's going to pop up with a finder window on our computer. I have some just images saved from Google, some JPEG files, and then also an Illustrator file. And you can use this technique for either JPEGs, Illustrator files, PDFs, or anything like that. Pretty much any type of file, Photoshop also. But I'm going to use the Illustrator file today to show you how we can add some prints, create a custom print in the texture editor, and customize it. The same method could be used with JPEGs, but you'll want to make sure that your print is an exact repeat, because what it's going to be doing is just pasting your print or whatever image you select and then repeating it. So if you don't have a clean repeat, you will be able to see those lines or those seams of that print. So you'll want to have the print created however you want it at first. One of the benefits of using a Illustrator or Photoshop file over a JPEG or image or PDF is that it will actually link the file. So if I were to apply one of these prints here from my Illustrator file, and then I were to go into my Illustrator file and change the scale of it or change the color, all I would need to do is to reopen my CLO file, and it would automatically update however I updated it in the Illustrator or Photoshop file. Wouldn't need to re-upload the print. It would automatically keep them linked, so it would update in both places. Versus a JPEG or a PDF, I would need to go in and re-upload it to CLO. So that's one benefit of using an Illustrator or Photoshop file. So I'm just going to double click on my Illustrator file, and it's going to show me all of the different artboards that I have right here. So I have these different artboards, and I'll be able to click on whichever one I want. So I'm going to just stick with that first one, the stripe right here, and click OK. And now that stripe has been placed into my texture right here. That is my full texture canvas inside of that yellow rectangle. So you can see my stripe isn't taking up the whole amount of space. And we actually can't see it on our garment right here. But if I do rotate a little bit, you'll see it kind of place something off to the side right here. And that's because our texture is not the same size as our artwork that I uploaded. So our texture canvas is not the same size as our artwork, so it's not taking up the whole repeat here. So the first thing that I want to do is just make these two things match. So the size here at the top of our texture pixels for the artwork I added needs to be the same as the pixel size for the artwork here. So I need to make these match. So I'm just going to take the number that's smaller copy it, paste it, copy the same one, paste, and now you can see my artwork is taking up the whole canvas size. So now you can see the repeat here. And because this fabric did automatically have a color applied to it, it's kind of overlaying that green color that the velvet was on top of our stripe. But if I didn't want it to do that, I could always go down to the color and change the color back to white, apply and close, and now that stripe is not being overlaid with the green. And so if I zoom in, you can see that that velvet texture is still on the fabric. And we could always go in and move the print around, adjust the scale, similar to how I showed you in the other print video. But you could always do that here after this step if you wanted to. But that's how we can just simply apply a print in CLO using the texture editor. If I wanted to create a custom print or customize my print a little bit more, there's a lot of other options that I can do too. So for example, if I wanted to place two prints on top of each other, I could click add again, go back to my Illustrator file, select the artwork I want to add, and click OK. And then it has applied this other print, these dots on top of our strip now. In the texture editor window at the top here, with whichever layer of texture I have selected, I can click and drag and adjust the placement. I can also scale it using this gizmo tool here versus the pixel size that I use up here and down here earlier. This will scale it more by clicking and dragging versus an exact pixel size. I can also rotate. And you'll see right now that the artwork I added is not taking up the whole canvas size because I did shrink it down. But if we did want it to stay this smaller scale but take up the whole canvas size, I could scroll down to the repeat section and click tile, and that would tile it to fill the whole space. Or I could also click extend to other side. And what this will do is when our artwork is being cut off on one of the edges of our canvas, it will extend it to the other side. So for example, if I were to cut it off on this left side here and have that unchecked, you'll see it's actually cutting off the artwork at this yellow line here at the canvas edge. But if I were to check that to turn it on, it will place the whole artwork no matter where our canvas is placed. So that's just a couple of options that we have for our scale and placement. But then we have some color options too. So at the very top of our texture editor menu, I can also adjust the blend setting. So a lot of different settings here depending on how you want your layers to blend together. And we can also adjust the color too. So if I scroll over, I can get our color window. And choose some colors to apply to our print. It will be overlaying them, so that's why if I select this red, it's overlaying it with the blue that it was originally. But if I didn't want to overlay it and I wanted that new color to be the more visible color, I could turn on desaturate, and that would desaturate the original color and apply our new color. You can also adjust the intensity, brightness of our desaturation, so making it more desaturated or less. Adjust the opacity of this layer. We went over these repeat settings. And then we also went over these size settings too. So if I were to scale this print, you'll see it automatically adjusts the pixel size down there. But if you wanted to type in an exact pixel size, you could. But the most important thing for your first print size is making sure that those pixels down there at the bottom match the canvas size up here at the top too. It doesn't matter as much if you're going to check the tile setting, because then it's going to repeat it no matter what. But if you're not going to check that box, then you'll definitely want to make sure that they are the same. Some other things that we can do over here on the left is we can hide some layers. Or if I wanted to lock a layer, I could. Or click and drag and arrange the the order of some layers also. And I can continue adding different prints, as many as I wanted, to create my print that I'm happy with. And they would continue to be listed here on the left. Whenever I'm done with my print, I could click Save Image if I wanted to save a JPEG of my new print that I created. And then when I'm done, I can always click Apply and Close. That's how we can use the texture editor to create a custom print, apply a print in CLO to maintain the texture of the fabric, and to customize our garment even more. If you wanted to apply multiple prints to your garment, I'm going to link to the video where we talk about how you can do that, same way as adding different color fabrics to your garment too. So I'm going to link that here so you can continue to customize and edit your fabric also.